Just checking for Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. I wanted to see how much the houses for rent are. Apartments and homes for rent. And this is $550 a month. And if they are serious about this, then I'm gonna go into the real estate business. Mine's bigger than yours. So we've been looking at houses like all over different cities and things in different states, so we can know where we want to live, because we're not sure yet. And it's been quite difficult because I don't know where we want to live. But I have narrowed it down to somewhere on the East Coast, Utah, that area there, maybe Oregon. There are some really cheap places to live in those states. So we're just looking right now in case we find like an absolute super deal on either like a great big house that's like really cheap or a tiny house that's really cheap. But something that's really cheap. Have a tiny house until we're established and then sell it and then find out where we want to live then, or I don't know. But it is taking up a lot of my time, and I need to really stop looking at houses because it is taking up a lot of my time and I've got other stuff to do. But I'm just looking right now. My mom's been looking for months, of course, for, you know, where she lives. But we don't know where we want to live yet. We know we like Florida, but it's really, really hot there all the time. And you don't get 4 seasons. But I don't think I would last in the winter time. But I would like to see snow. So I don't know. And I've never driven in snow either. So I don't know about that. But we have a lot of questions, you know. Speaking of that, if you can give me a good state on the East Coast, or we don't want to live in a place that gets bad hurricanes, like Central Florida, you don't really get really bad damage from hurricanes. My mom did have a tree fall on her house, but it was like a freak accident during the hurricane because the tree was actually bending in an opposite way on somebody else's land, and then it like flipped over and landed on her house, which was crazy. Freak accident. And also 3 little trees fell on my eBay building. So that was a freak accident though. But we don't want to live in a place that has earthquakes at all. We don't want to live in a place that has tornadoes frequently, like Tornado Alley. We don't want to live there. We don't even want to take our chances for something that's like really, really cheap. We don't even want to do that. We don't want to take our chances. We would like something that's really cheap, but well made. You know what I mean? We really don't want to live somewhere that we have to do a whole bunch of work to, unless it's somewhere like our forever home. Like if we get like a 2,000 square foot house, and that's pretty much like the biggest that we want to go is around 2,000 square feet. That's like the biggest dream house, you know what I mean? Because we don't want to clean all day, and there's a lot of cleaning involved even with this house. So I don't want to be cleaning all day. So we've decided not to like go great big even if we did have a lot of money. But if we did find something that was super cheap and it was 2,000 square feet, yeah, we would probably put a lot of work into that house and stay there, make it our forever house. Like put details in it that we want in it, like change the sinks out, change the kitchen out, change the bathrooms out, change the floor out, change the roof, you know, things like that, just to make it like the highest quality that we can afford and permanent. Just make the whole house like one solid floor, tile in the bathroom, hardwood even in the living areas, and then put throw rugs down, something like that. This is our thinking right now. We don't really know what we're gonna do, but we could go the other way and buy something really cheap, not especially well made, and like live in a tiny house living for like a year or 2 while we're there, and then that will enable us to travel around and see exactly where we want to live. You know, like go once a month, cat hair on my nose or something, go once a month out to a different state and travel around and see if we actually like it. But we'll have to do a whole bunch of research first, like which towns are the cheapest there, but not just the cheapest in cost of living, but also has good schools and like a really low crime rate, because we don't want to be around an area that has drugs in it. I have zero tolerance for drug users, honestly. So it would have to be an area that has like no drugs, because I wouldn't be able to live with that if there were drugs around and I got kids. So, you know, I just want somewhere nice to live and without crazy people, and a plot of land that is pretty much well secluded, because we don't want neighbors. Like, we've been on top of people, on top, underneath, right next to people, like sharing the same wall with another person for the past 6 years, and it's not something that we enjoy, to be around people like right next to you. We don't mind having neighbors. We would like to have neighbors, because we don't want to be so secluded that like we're the only person out there within 10 miles, you know what I mean? We want neighbors, just not right next door to us, like sharing. We got a neighbor right there, right on this other side of the wall. So, you know, we're just kind of done with the apartment life, and Hadar and I both feel trapped in this house, because there's really nowhere to go. And if you go outside, it's not like you're going outside. It's like either side you're going out to pavement and cars and traffic, and it's dangerous. So, you know, we want to be able to open our door and let our kids run outside, and that's how we want to live. And we don't want to fear, you know, them getting stolen. We don't want to fear hunters shooting randomly in the middle of the woods. So there's a lot of things that we have to factor in. So it's kind of like all falling on me right now to like figure out the places that we would want to live, and then to show it to Hadar. And he says, yeah, I like it, or no, I don't. But I've been emailing my mother as well, emailing her houses and telling her, okay, this is pretty much what we want, or we want it this way. You know what I mean? Like small house or big house that we can work on, or small house that's like you don't have to work on. It's all very confusing to us right now, because we keep thinking, but if we do this, then we can do this. But if we do this, we can do that. So there's a lot of options right now. We're nowhere near being able to go to America right now, and that's just the truth. But we want to see what our options are and get a better grasp on where exactly we want to live, because we're not 100% sure on that yet. Abigail's gonna go to sleep. And Kitty's gonna go to sleep too. Yes. Kitty's on her poof. Do you want to be covered up, don't ya? Yeah. And Abigail's gonna go to sleep. It's her nap time. She's just chilling. She's trying to grab her tail, but yeah. So this gives a crime report. I'm on Trulia.com. And it gives you a crime report. The house I'm looking at right now, 15 crimes in the area. It's not too bad, but look at the house. What?
Stripes.
Make her laugh.
Stripes can make her laugh. Stripes? Stripes can make her laugh.
Make her laugh. Go ahead.
I made her laugh. That can make her laugh. Good. 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 She's going very loud.
Hi.
Hi.
Don't touch his face, Abigail.
Don't touch my face.
Please.
Where's your grandma is? Keep it like that. She's holding her feet. Hold. Hold your feet.
Don't do that. You're gonna squish her.
I'm not trying to. Look at the earth, Mommy.
Oh God, she puked.
Look. And with rumps.
Here, hold it up so I can see it. There. He made an ant. See his 2 eyes and a mouth.
And there's rumps.
Rumps. You made lots of rumps on this ant. You did a
Okay.
really good job. Here, hold it up again. Hold it up again. Is the ant crying?
One. No. Ants are not crying.
No, they don't cry.
They bit you.
Yeah. They bite.
They bite you is because I made an ant with rumps with some knives. These are knives to sharp you.
Yeah.
That's why ladybugs have knives.
Oh, okay.
Let's erase it and do another thing.
Okay. What's this one?
It's got feet. Whoa, there's a snake in front of it.
What is it?
It's a snake. It's
Here,
a
show it.
snake. There's a snake behind it. A snake behind it.
You can show it.
By myself.
Sure.
Here's the snake behind that dinosaur. Has feet. It has a face with feet. And then here's this. A snake. Let's try to unrace it. I'll turn the big picture button. I'm taking one picture. I took one picture.
No, you don't take pictures.
I took one picture of it.
Today for lunch we're having marinated grilled chicken. It's homemade marinade. I'm really going to make a recipe on it because this is so good and it looks good too, doesn't it? Got some deviled eggs with some smoked paprika and creamed peas.
I want this one.
I bet you do.
I want a lot of this one.
Man, I can't stress how much I like to have my stuff clean. This is never clean, and that's because we live in a desert and in a construction site, all at the same time. But look at that. That shine, though. I mean, yeah, it's water, but it's awesome. You aren't subscribed yet?
Please subscribe and like.
Comment and share FoolyLiving.
What are you going to eat, Abner? What are you going to eat?
And I'm feeling good about that.
Yeah.
It works out.
Daddy, with Daddy.
Oh yeah.
Daddy.
Are you a brown noser?
No, I'm a butt kisser.